So here's the latest. I'm going to switch gears actually for a little while. So just moving away from the engine for a little bit and starting to look at the frame. So I've dismantled as much as I can of the engine and all the other components from the frame, and then I've just been looking at the condition of the frame just to see what tabs have been cut off, anything that's been welded or damaged. And so just here's an initial inspection along with just a bit more information about that casing in there. So as you remember, it's a Slimline Featherbed frame from 1962, so a really early frame. Actually the frame that came to the US before it was even available in Britain. And just looking over the frame, I'm real happy with it. Just a few things here and there, starting with this tab here. This is snapped off, and this is the head steady that I got on eBay. I'm not even sure if I'm going to use it, but you can see it kind of goes in there, and then I'm doing this with my left hand, so, and then there's supposed to be a tab just there, and then of course this piece under here, this is for the head steady on the top of the cylinder head, and then these two holes here are just for the horn. So I'm clearly missing a tab here, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to need it. Plus there's always the problem of whether it's going to interfere with the gas tank. And moving on, really not very much. There's a little tab under here. It's for the bike pump. The other one's broken there, so it's really not important. And then underneath, I don't know if you can see that here on the other side, there's a couple of tabs missing this side as well, and they would have been used as sort of little L brackets that go under the frame and support the tool tray. But again, I don't know if I'm going to be using it. This piece here, I think that rod is like a threaded rod. I don't think it's original, so that's probably coming away. I suppose the biggest piece that is missing, and again I'm not sure if I'm going to need it, but it's the crossbar between here and here, and it's very similar to the one at the bottom. It may be the same, I'm not sure. What I do know, it has a stud that goes through it with nuts and bolts on the other side, and you'll see it's supposed to have a couple of lugs like that in the middle that are used to secure this cradle for the gearbox and the engine. Just another mounting point. So with that missing, I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Plus, if I'm going to get a central oil can like a Manx Norton, I'm not sure whether that's actually going to get in the way. So still some thought on that. And here on the other side of the bike, there's some work that needs to be done with that side lug for the side stand. Finally, there's one of these retaining brackets missing from underneath. So at the back it's fine. There's one actually missing at the front underneath. I think it's only used for the mudguard, so again, I don't think it's going to be a problem at all. Overall, it's in remarkably good shape. Obviously the paint's come off here and there, but that's not a problem for now that I need to worry about. What you'll see now, of course, is I've mocked up the engine casing of an Atlas, and this is a set of cases from my friend Sam, and all I've done is put on the original front plates. And then another new acquisition is this centre stand. So I got that second hand, I got it on eBay, and what I have done though is I've got new hardware for the centre stand. I got the spring and the little clip that goes over the stand, but I do need a centre stand. I always find that I need to start a bike on the centre stand, so this is working pretty well so far. Obviously the spring's not fitted, and that takes me to the next point, and that's this is a set of Atlas mounting plates for the casing and the transmission. The only problem is the gearbox is actually from a matchless, and so these won't work with my matchless gearbox. I haven't decided what to do yet, but I would like to keep the original gearbox that came with this bike, in other words the matchless gearbox. It was really encouraging just to see how well everything fitted. So this is the standard configuration. Yeah, you may remember I took a ton of metalwork and plates away to get the engine out, the old engine. But honestly, it's quite simple. It's just these two front brackets here. And then, of course, this gizmo here, which is the Atlas frame. The gearbox is supposed to go in here. That's the other story. But I'm surprised at just how close this bowl of the crankcase is to the frame. I mean, I think it was probably up here before, but... So probably a good 1.5 or 2 inches lower sitting now in this frame, which of course will help lower the centre of gravity as well, and so should be for a better ride. This top pair of engine and gearbox plates are actually from a Norton Matchless N15 CS competition sport, I think, and they're the ones that came out the bike when I got it. And then here I got these with the bike as well, just trying to experiment with other configurations. These are from a Norton P11 or P11A. And then finally, this bottom pair are a pair that I have on loan from a friend. They're from an Atlas. So you can see quite a difference in the plates. And the challenge I have is I'm taking my configuration away that was using those plates and looking to move to these plates. So I think what I might end up doing is actually fabricating a hybrid of those plates and these plates as well. So there we have it. That's the latest with the frame anyway. Still a lot of work to do, but yeah, I like the way it's coming together. All right, see ya.